sure could use a little good news today. There's a local paper.
No, let me jot this down.
Mommy,
Okay, yeah, great. 4th Street? Okay. Yeah, I'll send the package today. Well, it sounds quiet over there. Wow, that's nice.
Just as fast as you can get a headache,
I have to call you back.
you can relieve it. Extra Strength Tylenol has the power to relieve your toughest headaches fast. Extra Strength Tylenol. Relief at the speed of life.
Hi, I'm Tony Marie Wiseman. Join me for the 2002 Pedal to Paddle for Easter Seals, Saturday, September 7th in Bay Bulls, and cheer on your favorite team in a sea kayaking, mountain biking, and hiking adventure race.
Hi, I'm Fraser Edison. We'll have a classic car show, live music, a half-price whale watching tour, rides, games, and much more.
First of all, the money raised stays right here to help kids with physical disabilities. Pedal to Paddle for Easter Seals.
Don't miss it!
Friends on NTV, Canada's Super Channel.
Well, if you asked me to put some money on what is the most photographed piece of turf in terms of news, not in terms of travelogues, in a travelogue, you'd have to go with Signal Hill. But in terms of news, can there be more, or can there be a place where the cameras have clicked more than the front steps of Confederation Building? Everybody who protests against the government goes there, and there have been a load of unveilings on the front steps of Confederation Building. It is particularly appropriate in this year before Caboto that we go to Confederation Building back in the 60s, and the bronze very much like Johann Caboto. How about? Well, at Confederation Building over the past 20 years or so, a lot of events have taken place. This is all and sundry out in front on a blustery day for the unveiling of the statue of, well, John Cabot, I suppose. The other guy across the way on the other side of the parkway is Gaspar Corte Riel. And, of course, the name John Cabot at the base of the statue is a dead giveaway. I'm not in this business of reporting for nothing. I suppose if there's any building in town that has recorded more trips by cameramen than any other, well, Dr. Story there from the university on the left with the sweater taught me English 100 many, many years ago. If there's one building more than any other that's recorded more trips by camera people, it certainly is the Confederation Building. We still spend a lot of time in there. This is a little snippet of something. It is the election campaign from the 60s. Moores and the Conservatives. This was some silent film that was shot so they could do a general election piece. And they shot the 3 different campaign headquarters. Boy, cameramen, you know, they have not changed. There's a look at the Liberal Campaign Center. This was out on Rowan Street now. Isn't that true? In Churchill Park, just down the road from Ben's. This, of course, now leading the Liberal Party at the time was Joe Smallwood. He was still Premier. Frank Moores was leading the Conservatives. Some of the names you see there, Mrs. Badcock for the Liberals. This is NDP headquarters. And you see they put socialism right up on the window. I don't think they tied themselves to that name quite in the same way. E.B. Tucker. Now, if you don't know where that is, it's up in Rabbittown. And I'm not... I can't think of the name of the street. I know where it is. I could show you the building. The NDP at that time, David Lewis, the party leader, were not the force. There were no force at all, really, in provincial or federal politics here in this province. They were just almost in their infancy. A picture of some dogs. What else can I say? 4 or 5 times I've looked at this. I'm looking at the radiator in the background. That sort of tells me that these dogs were dogs that were up around the station at NTV, the old place, because we had a lot of radiators up there, and it may be, it's a nice photo opportunity. If anything else, nice litter, enough's enough. Okay, the next piece, this piece you're going to see now, is the funniest thing I've seen since Bob the tray, a personal favorite of mine after 7 or 8 years of doing this. To set the scene up for you, there is nothing worse, really, in broadcasting or in news reporting than the man in the street interview. That's where you take a camera and a microphone, you go out and you talk to the citizenry about what are the issues of the day, their thoughts and comments. In Britain, they call them vox pop, vox populi, the voice of the people. Don't know how to spell populi, or is it populi? All of that notwithstanding, consider the plight of one Jerry Corbett, a journalist of some renown with us, who approached on Water Street, surely the two, probably the only two people in this city that didn't speak any English. They're Chinese. One of them speaks a little bit of English. Jerry begins talking to him, discovers that he doesn't speak English very well, fills in some of the answers for him, decides to speak with his mate. It turns out his mate doesn't speak any English at all. The best line in the piece, it's only about a minute long, 50 seconds long, is from the second gentleman. When Jerry asks him the long question, it's about fluoridation, he responds beautifully by saying, "What?" Anyway, this is Jerry Corbett on Water Street in the 70s with two gentlemen from the Orient, and the subject is fluoridation of the water.
Okay, thank you. You think they should fluoridate St. John's water supply?
Yes, I think they should.
Why?
Because it lowers the dental cost net.
You are from St. John's?
Yes.
And what about you?
It's the same thing.
Why do you think they should fluoridate it?
I don't know, it's the same thing, it's same as salt.
Yeah, I think so, Judge. Why? Why do you think that?
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Some people are for it and some are against it, and they're having a big full-scale debate here on it. What's your opinion?
I don't know that right now, you know.
What about you, sir?
Huh?
What about you?
What?
Fluoridating the St. John's water supply.
Well, I know, you know.
Does it make no difference to you?
No.
What? I can't think of a better line. I'm sure to this day, Jerry Corbett will remember the day that happened. It's happened to me. I saw it happen to Valerie Felton in a situation. She went to Kitty Vitti. There's like 40,000 people at Kitty Vitti. On Regatta Day, she picks the Hungarian couple that speak no English. However, another story for another day. Take a short pause. We'll be back. There's more to come. More film. Don't get restless on this edition of Loaded News.
We sure could use a little good news today.